Number 2. Use creativity to punch above your weight.
The first of the shifts I want to talk about is from process and product to creativity. In a world where utility is met, the creative functions in business all of a sudden become really important. Design, innovation, new product development, brand preference. Those are the things that are really contributing to value. Functionality is no longer enough. As a matter of fact, functionality is no longer even necessary. Remember when the first iPhones came out? They couldn't send MMS. Even the cheapest, nastiest phone on the market at the time could send a photo to another phone. But all of us iPhone users were so passionate about it, we defended it irrationally. We went, oh, I don't need to send MMSs, I just download it onto my computer and email it at a later date. It's just as convenient. No, it's not. They even lined up and camped out overnight for the opening of a retail store just so they could buy one. Not because they needed it, because it had want value. The problem is business has an uncomfortable relationship with the word creativity. And I think a lot of it goes back to our childhood. I think at some point we all kind of decide that we either are creative or that we're not. I think that's bullshit. I think we're all creative and that we all need to be in this current market. But it's a childhood thing, and I found a website that I think illustrates it beautifully. It's a guy who he posts actual children's illustrations, and then he critiques them. This is a fire engine by Jason, age 6, and this is the review it got. I've never seen a truck that needed to be shaved. I would rather be burned to death than saved by this hairy piece of crap. Now, it sounds a little over the top, but when you're a kid, that's what it sounds like. So I think we need to redefine creativity. So whenever I use the word creativity, I want you to exchange it for whatever word makes the concept of having ideas palatable for you. Innovation, invention, new product development, initiative, thinking, ideation, strategy. Strategy? Not there. So I actually think that creativity is problem solving. The way I think of it is problem solving because it changes the way that I approach the process. And why it matters in advertising is because creativity helps you punch above your weight. When we launched Nando's in Australia, they were a tiny little chicken chain. They had a couple of restaurants in Melbourne and they had one restaurant in Bondi. Now, they came to us and they said, look, the honest truth is we haven't got a lot of money, but we want to be famous. So we started creating ads for them that leveraged off stuff that was in the news, stuff that people were already talking about at the time. Now, at the time, Pauline Hanson was running for office on a Australia is for Australians platform. So we had enough money to buy one poster, and so we put it up in Queensland across the road from Pauline Hanson's electoral office, which is a long way from the nearest restaurant in Bondi. And we had a picture of a black chicken, a white chicken, and a brown chicken, and we ran the headline, "We're all the same on the inside, Pauline." Now, this one ad, $5,000, got us on national news, got us national attention, and Nando's was really happy. And they said to us, geez, you did that with $5,000, do you reckon we can do TV with 10? And because we were young and idealistic and, well, not very good at business, we said, yeah, we can do that. And so what we did was they could only afford to run the ad after midnight, so we deliberately designed an ad that was supposed to look cheap and appropriate to the time slot. So this is the ad that we ran.
Why not spoil yourself tonight? We're very eager to please. Prefer something a little exotic, insatiable? Have both of us. For the hottest chickens, call Nando's.
Now, just a little bit of background on this ad. When we went to shoot this commercial, we needed to find some chicken-sized lingerie. No easy task. So my business partner, Kieran, and I went to one of Sydney's most famous sex shops, the Tool Shed, to see what we could find. Now, just to set the scene, at the time, Kieran was a cute, blonde, bubbly 22-year-old girl. And she's got a voice that's a mixture of innocence and enthusiasm. So she walks up to the counter and she says, "We'd like to buy a leather harness, please." The guy behind the counter looks at me as if to say, "Well done you, mate." And then she adds, "But it's got to be small enough to fit on a chicken." At this point, every pervert in the tool shed stops what they're doing and looks at Kieran and I like we've taken things to a level they never imagined possible. Anyway, these two very cheap commercials help leverage Nando's onto a national stage and help them expand their franchise around the country. It was a small budget, and when you've got a small budget, you need to be provocative. There's no playing safe when you're small.